Successful people make something a habit. Unsuccessful people don't like to do that. Warren Buffett told Bloomberg that everyone lives according to his habits. Some of them affect your health or personal life, but there are also those that are direct, affect your portfolio more often than the odds. People don't even notice the negative financial habits. But before I tell you the secrets, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave in the comments what you learned from the video lesson to change your habits once and for all. Rich Warren Buffett believes you. I can't get rid of bad financial habits, but you can easily replace them with good ones. These are the only ways to increase the amount of money in your life. Then if you want to know more, keep watching this video until the end. This is the main channel on finance. Click the subscribe button now and join the ranks. The future. Warren Buffett is not a millionaire, ordinary billionaire. About who he is worth $16 billion, but he lives modestly. He still lives in the house he bought $31,000 in 1957, prefers the normal value, transport to a private executive jet, and play bridge instead of having parties. Is this unexpected combination of immense wealth and a simple life that has attracted the attention of the world ever since? Was a child that Warren Buffett started with journey to become considerably rich. When he was young, he sold Coca-Cola, newspapers, magazines, and chewing gum. Door to door to your neighbors. I like that. Be my own boss, and that's it. I was attracted to the printed delivery I chose in my own way, and no one bothered me at 5 or at 6 a.m. He handed over 500 newspapers, each receive 1 cent per day. Also one of the largest billions on the planet. Your aunt always loved reading. For him, the World Almanac that he still has. With him and Warren Buffett reading his first book about investing in your country. To this day, he dedicates 5 to his father's office, still reading 6 hours a day. The fact of Buffett's development. Business declined in the second half of the year 20th century. It remains active. In the new millennium beyond, Warren tirelessly monitors market trends and willingly shares some valuable information. Advice to help people find the way. Enrichment. When it comes to making money, the most important thing is to take the right time. You don't have to be particularly smart. You have to be patient, says Warren Buffett. Many people know Warren Buffett as an investment guru. In fact, he made most of his fortune. Follow the right financial lifestyle. Warren is rightly called a billionaire who clearly understands the value. I want every dollar in this video. Raise awareness of financial habits, which, as he said, Buffett actively uses. In your interview, I'm sure some people will pass on this information, your ears, but Warren claims that a healthy money habit can easily become a healthy money habit. The basis of your wealth, even if your wallet is empty, right? Now, focus on smart spending first. At first glance, this habit may seem trivial, but according to statistics, it is more than 65%. People don't know how to spend money. That's right, Warren Buffett said more than that. More than once, people tend to think where to spend the money they don't have. In this case, Buffett still won. Warren advises assessing the future. Purchases not in cash, but in quantities. Hours spent earning it. Money. Ask yourself how many hours a month you work and how much money you earn. So calculate how much. Which hour of your work is worth it and compare. Calculating the price of what you want. When you make $4,000, but I want to buy at least one new Tesla, at least $40,000. Consider whether this is the case. Maybe it's worth it before you start saving. Done. Look better. Additional sources of income are also available. It is important to note that Buffett encourages people to plan all recipes and expenses, no matter how much you earn. I passed the problem with $1 million is that it is a lot of money that you have. Do I have to follow him, or does he just do it? Disappear, and you won't even know where. It says, Buffett's habit number 2, all money. Work to earn some extra money. Instead of just lying in the piggy bank, you need to know how investing works. The mechanism works if you just keep it. Savings decrease with inflation, reduces your real purchasing power. Prevent this from happening. The money should at least be transferred to a savings account, the interest on which exceeds inflation, but that is not money-making tool to help you earn money. You have to invest, but to do this you need to consider different options. Invest and discover how not to lose. You don't have to invest your savings. Start investing your money in stocks tomorrow. Begin to understand the mechanism. Investing in yourself, states Buffett, assumes this. Time to learn the basics of investing. You can start watching regularly. News about it every day. Scroll through Facebook or Instagram. In the morning book from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Minutes for a useful reading analysis. What happens to stocks every day? How American IT shares are coming back. Giants like Facebook and Google are 30% a year. Isn't it great to be so sociable? Networks can't just eat up your time, but it also brings a lot of money into the future. Millionaires, before I continue, I ask you to support this video and donate. After all your activities, it's a thumbs up. Can help more people know about it. Useful financial information habit number 3 to work on. Unusual conditions for this BU advice, but it may seem quite strange. The billionaire himself is an avid fan to assess global market situations. While sitting at McDonald's, I always associate in your office chair money with big problems, which in turn, you always have to decide to do this. You have to be able to see things from your perspective. Different perspective, says Buffett. Well, the confirmation of your words is history. Associated with Albert Einstein in 1905, Einstein published 4 scientific articles that changed the foundations of modern physics and our understanding of it. Space, time, and matter. Interestingly, he wrote them not in a physics lab or yours, but in the Swiss patent office. Working in such an environment is permitted, so he doesn't get stuck in the lab. Methods. If your working conditions are different than most people in your area, you might draw unexpected conclusions. Combine ideas from different areas. If you read what everyone else reads to you, will think like everyone else, and if you, like everyone else, think that you won't be able to invent something new or unique. Be curious, seek the unknown. Sources. Investigate what no one else has studied, then your work will be real, valuable. 4. Warren Buffett is known for others simple but profound financial wisdom. He believes that people often spend their money in absolutely stupid and unnecessary things and thus block yours path to wealth and elimination of the follow the most common financial mistakes. You can change everything drastically and finally get rich first. The poor neglect their personal interests. Development. Buffett believes that the best investment you can make today is invest in yourself by improving your skills. Get a quality education. The things that can significantly employers increase your income. I am often looking for knowledgeable people. They don't have time to train what they want. Find the person who already knows what needs to be done and whether such a person is ready to do it. Pay good money, and if you want an autonomous person with competence in the business and its processes, never will be unnecessary. If you create your own business is your knowledge and skills. Asking for assets that no one can ever take away. Try to collect as much as possible outside of yourself. They like you. The second option is to use credit cards. Mistake that all poor people make. Credit cards can be convenient and useful, especially if there is a desire. Buy something and it's your own money is still not enough, but the interest, credit card fees absolutely overshadow any benefits. If you forget, pay your debts on time, sit back and calculate how much you can really do. Spend in a year to pay for everything. If you have credit card debt, I'm sure you will too. Surprised, recommends Warren Buffett. Reduce this part of your expenses. First, you will stop spending more than you win, and secondly, you save a lot of money. How much money you can spend. They're training for. For example, the next issue of a poor person is looking for the latest technology. New gadgets are always cool. Modern marketing tricks. Learn how to make people want something new. Product. But if you definitely have it, decided to take the path of enrichment, start by assessing your skills, and the need for a new device is great. Maybe this is your old gadget. Still works fine and does not need to be replaced, so there is none. Does it make sense to spend money on this? Warren Buffett, for example, prefers the functional technology when he sees the product practically no different than what he already has. The richest man in the world. I won't buy visiting bars, restaurants, and pubs. Everyone does it, especially the poor. Expenses for eating and drinking out are one of the most problematic areas of a person. If you decided to do so, rich, you should forget about this guy of luxury, especially in the phase in which you are moving towards financial freedom. Because we are all human, socializing and having fun is one important part of our social life. Replace going out with socializing. At home, your emotional well-being will not suffer, but the financial part will be. Save now. It's time to pamper yourself. Clothes that you perceived as the richest. Most people in the world wear them. Prefer simplicity in your wardrobe. This also applies to Warren Buffett. especially for those who want escape poverty and forget about the flashy, cheap brands you usually pay for a lot just to have a famous name on you. T-shirt, these are just clothes from stores, are full of alternatives that often exist, as good as the brand. And used gym member names are another. Cost to the poor. Did you know that statistically 80% of those who I bought a subscription, now I'm leaving the gym. There are cheap offers from fitness chains. It's very common for them to say you can buy one season ticket for 1 year or 6 months. A very attractive price, but ultimately, most people stop going to the gym. Looks like you saved a lot by purchasing this. A cheap subscription, but you're really missing out. Making money by not using it is what Buffett encourages. An active lifestyle, but warns against it. These kinds of expenses, if you were one of them, those people who bought a yearbook, signature, and then stopped walking. First attempt at working out at home for free, or outdoors, or consider it. Monthly subscription you need. Go to the gym. Monthly subscription services are also available. Financial error checking of poor men. Monitor what you subscribe to. Regular services very frequent. If you want to get a bargain, you have to provide it. Credit card information, so that if the free trial period ends, it's you. Do you remember an unexpected charge? Signature only afterwards. Transaction that you promise yourself. If you cancel auto renewal, you will forget about it. Again, you will be charged again, and everything goes in circles, and you get less and less money that could have worked. For good purposes, control yours. Subscriptions if you have anything. Sale set a reminder to turn this off. Renewal at the end of the best sale. Still, do this a day or two in advance. Some services like to write off cash. Pre-purchase of new cars in accordance with Warren Buffett is a serious issue for. Avoid cars that are known to be worn out. The billionaire quickly recommends. Search for used brands and how to store them as long as possible, and don't forget that every car needs constant inspection and repair if you plan to do so. When making such a serious purchase, think about how you keep your car in the future, and before thinking carefully about it. If you need it, given the financial situation is not uncommon that people buy such a luxury item because they want to be comfortable, equal to other people, but actually them. The financial situation does not allow this. Such a cost. The following financial mistakes are the basic poverty of many. People pay a lot of attention to them, but before you give this video a thumbs up, if you want to achieve impressive results, financial success, may that be thumbs up. The first but most important step, path to wealth, and the next mistake is gambling, even if it's like one shortcut to increasing wealth. Warren Buffett emphasizes the importance of understand the chances of success. The billionaire promotes gambling. People who make financial decisions will benefit your life in the long run, rather than focusing on the short term. Wealth options have burned many people. When we do just that, we tend to explode amounts of money in the hope of luck, and this process can occur repeatedly. Again, it's good to be able to stop, but there are also those who are completely so. I'm caught up in emotions, I know that. Long-term perspective with reflection. Taking steps is much more important than doing money here and now, and I won't forget to mention it. Smoking, yes, that is exactly what is necessary. Tons of money out of your pocket, and, in my opinion, it also has a negative impact on your health. I'm sure you've seen articles about how much you can save money by quitting smoking. Mention that a simple calculation is possible. Show an image of thousands of dollars that can definitely lead to one significant increase in your staff. Will be. Warren Buffett is considered one of the greatest investors of all time. That means this is the man who knows what you need to do to multiply your capital. It is important to mention this additionally. For practical financial advice, billionaire emphasizes human importance, qualities that need to be developed if I want to get really rich first, and Warren Buffett is sleeping. Developing healthy financial habits. Buffett once said in a conversation with students, a large part of our behavior is determined by habit, and that's no wonder. They say their chains are too light, note at first glance, and too heavy to break. When you finally notice them, we will. Everyone likes to break some habits, but the most important thing we should acquire is the habit of really saving money. Doesn't work. Save whatever is left after spending. Output after you save it, it says. Warren Buffett should make this painless. It's better to set up an automatic system. Deduct a small amount each your paychecks and use programs that view the percentage of your monthly salary spent on different product categories. Never lose money. Rule number 1. never. Losing money. Rule number 2. Never forget. Rule number 1 is strange. After all, there are hardly any recommendations. Who thinks losing money is a good thing? Idea, but it's not that simple. Very wise and practical advice to avoid. Risk as much as possible. Be successful and live happily. Never take risks. What you need for what you want says that. Billionaire Warren Buffett himself. I followed this rule and never did anything risky. Investments, he said, the difference between successful people and really successful is someone who is truly successful. Say no to almost. Don't keep all your money. There is some cash in one account, in another. Considering this, an unexpected suggestion. Buffett's net worth is estimated at $15 billion in 2023. Your business in Berkshire Hathaway always has about $20 billion. Money that can be donated at any time. This seems irrational and contradictory. The general principle of financial years. Investing money and not keeping it under control. The pillow, and he loses a lot if that's the case. The money is not invested in a project and it doesn't make a profit, but that's it. Saved Warren's company in 2008. Crisis. While Buffett says money to a business is like oxygen for the body. Never think about it once you've done it. And you only think about it when you. There are no dollars that are somehow more reliable than checks is particularly important for those with inconsistent ones. Income to follow this rule. Lend wisely. Warren Buffett. Taking on unnecessary credit card debt, installment loans, mortgages, anyone will do it. Make your loan payments by day. Overspend, and there will be some. No way back. I saw a lot of people. I failed because of alcohol, but I also did it. Seen how many people go bankrupt because of an excessive desire for credit. If you're smart, you can do it. Money without. When it comes to your credit score, pay attention to small expenses. Buffett always looks out for the little ones. Spend and trust only frugal people. For example, he bought a company whose owner counted rolls of toilet paper for. See if he was deceived anymore. Interesting case that reflects this. The billionaire's attention to the little ones. Expenses were incurred there in China. Warren Buffett and Bill Gates have decided. Head to your local McDonald's for a snack. Buffett insisted on paying the bill. To everyone's surprise, he pulled discount vouchers that he brought with him. He from America partially pay. Eat and save. Think about money in a decade, not a decade. Every month most people make the same mistake. Try to make the best of it. Don't pursue the fast bob in the present moment. Focus on developing your strength and self-confidence gradually over the course of life. Warren Buffett advised success. Investing requires time, discipline, and patience, no matter how talented you are or how hard you work at some things. Just take your time. You can have a baby in 1 month, in which 9 Buffett women were impregnated. Said, think incrementally in decades. Gather what you need for your needs. Early childhood education or something. Read everything you can about retirement. Finance goes to bed at night with more intelligence than you woke up in the morning, Buffett said. A big part of my work as an investor is minimize risks and reduce costs and whatnot. There is no risk for an ordinary person. Fiscal year is when you don't know. The more you do, the more you learn about money and the laws of money. The better your financial education, the better you can manage your money and find out how to get the most out of it, no matter how much you. For some people, having money isn't everything. Material things have shaped my life. Happier. But if you get a lot of them, will once do the opposite of Warren Buffett. Said the billionaire said he wouldn't do that. Give up a plane but half a dozen houses. In his opinion, it is often a problem. It turns out that a large number of possessions begin to belong to the owner, yourself, so don't forget it. Other values no less important. For example, health is unsuccessful. Impossible, according to Buffett. The same goes for friends, the billionaire. Think about your friends most of all. More important stuff later. Cheers. Be brave. In 1951, as Warren Buffett wasn't even 21 years old at the time, I took a train to Washington, D.C. and knocked on the door of the headquarters from the Geico Insurance Company, where Benjamin Graham, his future mentor, worked. Buffett's bold appearance at Graham's office inspired Graham to give to young people. Man giving a 4-hour lecture on insurance. Graham Industry would come later. The CEO of Geico and Buffett would do it. Stay connected to the company. Today, Geo will be owned by Berkshire for years to come. And Berkshire's insurance interests are what Buffett calls one of the company's business lines. Crown jewels. If Buffett hadn't dared appeared on Geico 72 years ago on this day, none of that would have happened. But courage pays off. Make difficult decisions first. Berkshire Hathaway's main market was textile factories. Buffett supported them for many years, but in 1985 he sold mills because the business no longer existed. Profitable was a difficult decision for Warren, but one that was important. These situations are important for future success. For example, more is common in life. Profitable to give up something expensive. Take a vacation and invest in retirement. Finance your path to financial success. Every rich person is paved beforehand. Practically all poor people sleep. I won't do that. It's about planning. Write every night before bed. Below you will find a list of the most important things. This has to be done in the morning. Get closer to your desired heights with every step. At night, analyze what you have done. Draw conclusions for the day. Adjust yours. Direction. Write down tasks. Go to sleep. And in the morning in your head and in one. On a piece of paper you have a script. A pre-made plan that you stick to. Waiting for indestructible success. If you made it this far, you will be the next millionaire, so leave it in the comments. I will be the next millionaire, and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this.